Republicans and Democrats in Congress are gridlocked and divided while our problems fester. We have representatives that are more extreme than the general public, representatives that are incentivized to create talking points for the next election, not to do the hard work of forming coalitions to solve problems. So how did this happen? Most states are red or blue, and most districts are gerrymandered red or blue. It's an unfortunate truth that whoever wins the primary of the dominant party will almost always win the general election. Let's say the majority is 54% of the electorate. Having them elect someone is what should happen, but the primaries have less than half the voter turnout of the general election, which brings us down to 27% of the voters determining the candidate. But wait, if there are 3 candidates, that means just more than 9% can determine the winner. If there are more candidates, even fewer voters determine the winner. Since the most rabid voters show up in force for the primary, it doesn't take many of them to determine the winner. That primary winner will win the general election because the voters will vote for whomever has an R or a D by their name, even if that person is a nutcase. Thus, we have minority rule. Even a majority of the majority party wants someone else. That's a heck of a way to run an election. This minority control is because plurality voting is used. Plurality voting simply means the candidate with the most votes wins, even if the majority of voters want anyone else. To win the primary, candidates must appeal to the voters who turn out, the rabid minority. This leads to the phenomena known as getting primaried. A representative who works with the other party to get something done would win re-election in the general election. But that representative doesn't get a chance because they are eliminated in the primary by a more extreme candidate who attacks them for compromising. This has caused moderates in Congress, shown in purple on the graphic, to become an endangered species. Thus, we have gridlock. There is a solution. Alaska adopted it in 2020, and it kept moderate Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski from being primaried in the 2022 elections. The solution is ranked choice voting, also known as instant runoff voting. Ranked choice voting allows you to rank as many candidates as you can live with. If someone gets more than 50% of first place votes, they win, just like now. If not, the last candidate is eliminated and the second place votes of their voters are counted. The process continues until someone has more than 50%, a majority. Thus, this system guarantees majority rule. The winner is at least the backup choice of a majority of the voters. Ranked choice voting not only eliminates candidates with only an extreme minority backing, it eliminates the need for sane representatives to parrot the conspiracy theories and nonsense those voters want to hear. Thus, elected representatives can actually address the problems that an overwhelming majority of Americans agree on, such as universal background checks for gun sales, hedge fund managers paying the same tax rate as wage earners, corporations paying something, medical debt forgiveness, etc. Ranked choice voting is nonpartisan and the best bang for the buck political reform out there. It helps both Democrats and Republicans wrestle back control of their parties from the radicals. Plus, it gives third parties and independents a chance to be ranked first without being a spoiler, since voters can put down their lesser of two evils as a second choice. As you probably guessed, our representatives don't want to change the plurality system that enabled them to be elected. So it's up to us to change the state election laws. Support your local ranked choice voting movement. Thanks.